Hey, this is post production? Post. This is a preamble before the preamble to the episode. This is confusing. I'm sorry. It's Cass again, or for the first time that you're hearing. I just wanted to let you guys know that we briefly bring up a few topical and kind of heavy topics based on the cards we pull in this episode. We try to keep the energy lighthearted throughout the episode so we don't go into detail about the real stuff and the real world issues, but the topics are mentioned briefly nonetheless, so I just want to let you all know that we are building our world to be different from the real one. And we're dedicated to making this podcast a space that's safe for everyone to listen. So rest assured, we aren't building a world that is built on any real world issues. Stay safe, don't worry, and make sure to take care of yourselves. Now I will let past, future, post-production me, I don't know. I'll let myself take it away for the real preamble. Stay safe, thanks for listening. Bye and hi. Hello, this is Post-Production Cast telling you that this is the 4th episode of our setup for our campaign. This is the penultimate episode of our setting up our world, but if you haven't listened to the other ones before this, it's not gonna make any sense. We're gonna throw around names like Conan Gazpacho and Mayor Mayersburg, and you're gonna be like, who the heck are these guys? And you gotta listen to the others first. I promise they're worth a listen. You're gonna have a good time. And I think that's all I'm supposed to say in the beginning. I don't know. I'm kind of new to this whole post-production thing. Thank you for listening. I'm gonna go enjoy the episode. Goodbye!
So, where were we? Ah, yes. The start of a new season.
Season 3.
Well, yes, but not of our
That's
podcast.
Three's the crowd.
Welcome to Autumn.
Woo.
It is Obby's turn.
Hi! Give me a card!
Obby with
Well-
the autumn.
Ask nicely.
No!
Well, you don't have to.
All right, fair enough.
I'll give
Give
you
me a
the
card!
Ow.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
tower reversed with that attitude.
Jesus
Don't.
Christ!
Please don't yell.
5 of autumn.
The parish arrives. Who are they? What have they chosen for your community and for what? Why have they chosen your community and for what? Or, a small gang of marauders is making its way through the local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry?
I'm gonna sound real stupid right now. What's a parish?
I think it's a religious organization, right?
How dare you not know what a parish is? I'll tell you exactly what a parish is.
Are you looking it up?
No, of course not. It is a noun. It is... it is a small administrative district typically having its own church and a priest or pastor. Everybody knows that.
You Googled it.
I did no such thing. How dare you?
You Googled it. Anyways, what was the other one? I'm sorry.
A small group of marauders begins making its way through the local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry?
You know what? We'll do that one. A group of marauders comes through. They've got to be from one of our neighboring places, but I also don't want to... I kind of just want to leave the drow alone because it seems like they're just trying to vibe.
Yeah.
And they don't have to be from... there are places outside of the community.
Yeah, they come from far away. Why not? They're a group that comes from... It's assumed the same place as the other wandering travelers that have come through, just based on, like, clothing and their technology, their, like, tech. They have guns.
Uh-oh.
They have guns. Why do they look so happy to have one?
We have guns!
Oh, I love them. Look at them.
Now, I'm gonna sound real stupid. What is a marauder?
They're like bandits.
Why did you give the bandits guns, Obby?
These outsiders come from a technological place. What do you want from me? They have guns. Does that one have a minigun? Or is that a
Tommy-
cannon?
It's a Tommy gun.
I see. Even worse.
That's a kind of a weird name for a gun.
A Tomothy gun.
Thomas Gun.
Thomas gun. Hello, my name is Thomas Gunn. If you could please give me all of your money.
God.
Okay. Projects, there are none. Wait, I lied. There's
Mhm.
one. And I get to take an action.
I think our good detective mayor is going to hold a discussion about what do we do about these armed marauders?
I say to arms. We have a lot of people who are technologically advanced. We're allied with two other nations. Our boat isn't back. With two other nations, we have every resource necessary to fight back and defend our territory.
I mean, yeah, I think that in absence of adventurers who have protected our city up until the incident, I think at the very least we need to reinforce that task force and have them take care of it. We have a sort of police force. Let them do their jobs and see if they're actually qualified to help us.
Beat up the bandits, steal their guns, give their guns to our forces.
Hell yes. Let's disarm them. Let's turn the tables on them. Let's fucking get them.
Do you think our scientists could replicate their guns?
Good. Okay. We're on to the next turn. So Zach,
The 6th of Autumn.
introduce a dark mystery among the members of the community,
There's so
or
many.
conflict flares up around a community member or among community members, and as a result, a project fails.
We only have one project. The first one was a dark mystery. We have a lot of those. Approximately 3. I'm gonna go with the second option.
All of our envoys fail.
Our poor envoys.
Our poor boats.
Well, 2 of them didn't fail. I say, that's what happens. As the Marauders show up, and the government is trying to piece together the task force to attempt to fight back in an organized fashion, some of the citizens get fed up. It's taking way too long, and there's danger afoot. The task force isn't super big, and we have a lot of people who are very willing to defend this town with their own 2 hands. Because of this large-scale conflict that's happening very close to the forest that the satyrs and dryads are residing in, the commotion spreads. The noise spreads, conflict spreads into the forest, and the dryads and satyrs are not happy about it.
Then we've got no project to take down. You can take an action.
So the rift is still there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Something new is found. The scientists, in the midst of working on their technology, they've been studying the runes, but since we have the runes and we can put the runes on anything, we haven't really been paying much attention to the sword itself, like what originated this, and where the sword once was, another sword now lies in its place, devoid of magic, and with phony runes on it.
So, like, the original sword was stolen and replaced with a fake one?
Yeah.
Oh.
The sword with a fake mustache.
Yeah, okay.
That mustache looks awfully familiar.
Oh no!
Oh god!
News!
But who's taking it, we'll never know.
It's a mystery.
Not what I was going for, but that works.
Then it is Cass's turn.
Yay! Ace. The Ace of Autumn.
Oh, Autumn. The community becomes obsessed with a single project. We don't have any projects, I think.
Yeah, we don't get any of those.
Okay, then if there are no projects underway, add a scarcity born of idleness.
Shit. A scarcity born of idleness. In light of the conflict, I think there's a scarcity of trust within the community. We are at odds with one another. There's so many people fighting about what to do, what not to do. There's the marauders coming in and causing more conflict. And though people are distrustful of the detective Mayor Gaspacho and the task force and the chief, everyone's just like, no one trusts each other. And that's a problem.
No projects to tick. So, take your action.
In light of the distrust, I think that I want to start a project headed by Detective Mayor Gaspacho. You know what? I think he's going to try to bolster the task force into a more, like, we've already established that they're going after the Marauders. Maybe if they do well, and if Detective Mayor Gaspacho shows them his support, then people will start to at least trust them to protect them, and that'll ease some of the fears and distrust that's going around.
Okay. How long do you think that's going to be?
To give them the chance to take down the Marauders, I'm going to say, let's go 4 weeks.
Now it's Aphid's turn. Rocking and rolling.
Oh my
Ooh.
god. Wow.
7 of autumn.
My lucky number.
7. A project just isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this product. Don't modify the project die. When it resolves, you'll be responsible for telling the community how it went. Or something goes foul and supplies are ruined at a new scarcity.
Out of the first one.
Damn it. Why do you keep ruining my projects?
Well, because I don't want to give us a scarcity, Cassidy.
Well, fine.
Detective thinks about it, and he realizes that giving the police force more power is not the way to go, because people get more stressed under pressure from authority.
That wasn't my intention with this project, because I know that that's a touchy subject.
Oh.
My intention was for Detective Mayor Gaspacho to bolster their efforts in like a you have my support kind of way, to kind of expedite their efforts to stop the Marauders, to give the community something to trust. I don't want them to be authoritarian. That's not our goal here. We don't want a corrupt police system in our world.
Yeah, okay. Then the task force, there's not enough people on the task force. There's more town and city now than people on the task force. So before they can bolster the task force more, they need to gather more people. So the efforts go from bolstering the task force to recruiting more people.
Okay. So the defeating the Marauders is not exactly the primary concern. It's just to like bolster the task force numbers in a general sense.
Yeah.
Project ticks down, so that one goes down to 3. And now you can take your action.
Okay. I think Mayor Detective, what's his face?
Gaspacho.
Yeah, that. He wants to try to solve this problem with this Marauders peacefully. So I think that he is going to start a project to talk to these Marauders and have like a one-on-one conversation and try to get them through communication to stop being bandits.
How long do you think that's going to take?
Like 3 weeks.
So the Detective Mayor Gaspacho is trying to talk to them first before things go to shit, which is awesome. Now it's my turn.
4 of autumn.
The strongest amongst you dies. What caused the death? The weakest amongst you dies. Who's to blame for their death? Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh god.
I could do it!
I know.
If you kill the Roboys.
No, I don't think that's what it is.
Oh, fuck!
What?
Do I do it?
Don't
What?
kill Gaspacho.
If you kill Gaspacho, I will leave this campaign.
I mean,
but he's there among the bandits with the guns!
it
That
writes
makes so
itself.
much sense.
It is written. It is written.
Narratively, it makes sense, and I hate it.
Unless you have another idea.
I don't, and he's the strongest among us. Among us, sus.
No.
Oh,
And
no.
every other character we've introduced is either disappeared, exiled, or not really weak. Like, we don't really have a weakest.
Oh no. The problem is I really don't want to do it.
It writes itself,
Oh
and
god.
there's nothing else.
I don't think there's any, unless like we could make up a strongest or weakest person, but like
I was gonna say
Narratively-
maybe like a captain of the guard, but like
what does that do for us narratively?
not anything. Oh no. I'm sorry. And does this inadvertently cancel Avid's project too?
I mean,
I don't know.
I just think there's no peace talks if they kill our mayor.
Yeah, unfortunately.
if when the Abyssal Tiefling showed up, if we killed him, like the ambassador to the Abyssal Tiefling, I don't think they'd be too kind.
No.
I think the strongest amongst us dies.
No.
And it's gotta be Detective Mirgaspacho. His family devastated.
His newborn child, fatherless.
Oh, and I'm so upset. But that's what it has to. Oh, God.
Rest in peace, Detective Mirgaspacho.
That's so sad.
Rest in peace.
That's so sad.
Oh, that's so sad. And I think the Marauders, he tried to talk to them and he tried his best to diffuse the situation with logic and facts and to try and persuade them, but it was not enough.
We don't settle our problems with logic, old man. We settle them with guns.
I think that inadvertently will cancel Avid's project, and I'm very sorry about that.
It's no biggie.
God.
That sucks.
Every project we've started recently has just ended prematurely.
That's autumn for you, baby. I think this is gonna go down.
What comes next?
Oh, man. We're gonna have to elect a new person to run this city.
Boo! Jump scare. It's me. Freddy Fazbear. Sure. Nah, kidding. It's me, Cass. I'm doing the mid-roll this time. Hi, everyone. It's lovely to see ya. Welcome to your new job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Anyway, hi. I am Cass. I am doing the mid-roll and editing this episode. Hello. Welcome. Thank you all for listening to this episode. This is the 4th episode of our setup for this campaign. This should be the second to last, so our penultimate, that's a $1 million word right there, our penultimate setup episode before we get into the actual dungeoning and dragoning and whatnot, which I'm so excited for. So thanks again so much for listening this far, if you made it this far, and if you didn't, then you're not here, so I'm talking to no one. I'd also like to thank Avery Alder, at Lacking Ceremony on Twitter, for the use of The Quiet Year as our world-building game. This is some of the most fun I've ever had building a world in, any context. It's been so much fun. These episodes were some of the most fun to record, and this game is so much fun to play, even if you're not doing it for TTRPG, because this game wasn't actually intended to be a TTRPG game, so go ahead and play it yourself. Play it with your friend. It's so cool. You can find it at buriedwithoutceremony.com. That is buriedwithoutceremony.com. Purchase the game, play it with your friends. It is some of the most fun you can have. That's it. It's the most fun you can. It's so good. It's so good, guys. Next, I'd like to shout out our friends over at Snyder's Return. They are a really cool podcast that does interviews and stuff, but don't just take my word for it. Here they are right now. Into the podcast zone. Here they are.
Snyder's Return is a tabletop role-playing game interviews and actual play podcast. We interview content creators, Twitch streamers, and fellow podcasters, and we put out our own actual play using a variety of different systems. So come and join us, come and have a listen. You can find us on Twitter at Return Snyder. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or check out our website at www.snydersreturn.squarespace.com.
Thanks, Snyder's Return. Now, in the notes here that my good friend Torin gave me for the mid-roll, it says to thank Cass. But I'm Cass, so I guess I thank me. Hello, thank me. I guess thank me for editing the episode and making the setup theme and doing, the sound things. This is strange. So, yeah, thank me, I guess. Finally, I'd like to tell you where we can be found out there in internet land. I don't think anyone says it anymore. We can be found on Twitter at chaos_casters. That's where we post primarily. But we also have a TikTok that is managed by our good friend and cast member Aphid. It is the Chaos Casters, all one word, all lowercase. The Chaos Casters. We have some silly little videos on our silly little TikTok that our silly little friend Aphid makes for us, and they are absolutely phenomenal. Follow us there. Follow us on Twitter. And finally, I've got big news, like super huge news. It's not. I think it's big news. Our next episode, the final episode of our setup, hopefully, the final episode of our setup is going to be posted next week on Wednesday, the 26th of January, 2022. That's the plan. We're so excited because that's going to be the final setup, which means the following week, 2 weeks after that, is going to be the start of our actual gameplay, of the actual campaign. And I'm so excited for you guys to hear it. I cannot wait for it to reach your ears. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for updates. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be crazy and wacky and wild and so cool. And thanks again for listening. That's all the time I got over here. So for now, go forth and incite chaos.
I'm devastated.
I know, me too. That's 2 graves of 2 incredibly good characters.
No.
Detective Mayor Gaspacho and Calarius Adarius.
Okay, next is Avi's turn.
Did you take an action?
I did. Oh, I forgot to say how many weeks it's going to take. I think we're going to take 3 weeks to try and install some new government. Someone new to take over.
All right.
Okay.
King of Autumn.
A natural disaster strikes the area. Choose one. Fuck my life. You focus on getting everyone to safety, remove an abundance, and a project fails, or you focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result.
Autumn sucks.
I think the second one's a little heavy, but it's up to you.
I guess in that case, I'll take a scarcity.
We're removing an abundance.
Removing an abundance and a project fails.
Our abundances are fish, protection, and connection. I think energy is also an abundance.
Yeah.
I'd say protection. With everything going on, that's all that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
In that case, Aphid, I'm sorry, but your project, not
God
Aphid.
damn it. At this point, it's both of them.
Shit, this one's a downer.
Autumn sucks ass.
I'm sorry!
It's not you, it's the cards.
The heart of these cards is just foul and dark.
It gets really rough when it gets to winter. I'm scared, guys.
Yeah.
Winter,
Yeah.
an atom bomb explodes in the middle of your town. Restart the game.
Yeah, honestly.
That's that. Projects tick down. We get 1 week of trying to decide some new legislation. We're down to 2. And now it's action time, baby.
Okay. I'm gonna start a new project. These roboys and these foreign scientists want some buddies.
We're gonna start making more.
We're gonna start making more. Hopefully some of them want to join the police force. Please? Oh god.
'Cause not providing our robots with sentience is no longer an option.
How long do you think that's gonna take?
Would 1 week or 2 weeks make more sense? Because they've already mastered the technology. That's something I mentioned previously.
It's up to you.
I think 1 week makes more sense because it's just kind of putting the shit together at this point.
Okay. Let's see if our project can survive 1 week. It's been,
It's about
sorry.
time someone made that joke, actually.
What
Why haven't we made that joke sooner? I've thought about it a couple times, but I was like, is this the right time?
What joke?
Can we...
The bare naked
Sweet
ladies.
summer
It's
child.
been one joke. It's never mind. It's
1
so
week.
funny.
1 week by
it's
Bare
one-
Naked. Okay.
One week by bare. Yeah, it's fine.
So Zach,
Nothing.
your card is the 9 of Autumn.
I want a face card.
Too
Doesn't
bad.
come back.
Hey!
Is it good?
Is this
The
something
community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early, or a group goes out to explore the map more thoroughly and find something that has previously been overlooked. It's an okay card.
Early one morn, people have grown accustomed to seeing the portal blot out the sun every morning. It's just become a normal thing. But an old man, is going on a solemn walk down the edge of the cliff, further south than the city limits. He wanted to go on a nice stroll through the woods, and once he got far enough, he could see behind the portal. And behind the portal, he spots a flagship and 3 other ships behind it. They don't look like they're moving. They look like they've also been stagnant. But from the state of things, or at least what he can see, it looks like they've been there for a while.
Okay, so new people are on the horizon, quite literally. Legislation goes down 1. Oh, and the Roboys finish.
Oh, wait, that's me.
That's you.
What happens with those sweet boys?
A lot of them are created. Some go on to join our police force. Some go on to take up careers in cosmetics. Some work in the hospital. It's just a bunch of pre-built adults ready to go out and do things.
Pre-built adults.
Yay.
One of the pre-existing Roboys realizes that it wasn't adventuring he was after, but
Interpretive dance.
interpretive dance.
This is the robot.
Starts a career in robot cosmetics on the, as they're building these robots, and makes them all look slightly unique instead of just carbon copies of one another.
Yo.
So they're developing advances in robotechnology. Great.
Hell yeah.
Continue, Zach.
Okay.
Take action.
For my action, I'm gonna make 3 attacks.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I'm gonna start a project. This hasn't been touched on for a while, but a small group from the people who came out of the rift, they're getting a bit bored with the city, kind of like the charismatic girl, and they want to seek out something better. So they, regardless of license or not, straight up leave on an adventure. They vow to be back.
So some rift adventurers.
Yeah, they don't go back into the rift, but these are just people who came out of it.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna say they head up north. 3 of them. I want to make this a relatively long one. I'm gonna say they vow to be back in 10 weeks.
It's 1 to 6.
Oh, okay. Then they vow to be back in 6 weeks.
That's your turn. Next, we move to Cass.
Queen of Autumn.
Disease spreads through the community. Choose one. You spend the week quarantining and treating disease. Project dice are not reduced.
God.
Nobody knows what to do about it. Add health and fertility as scarcity.
This is either foreshadowing or deja vu.
I just hit in the space
damn.
before. Higher than the streets, and I know it's my time to go.
Fuck. Why did I get this one?
So
I'm
low.
gonna say this community has some semblance of intelligence. And I'm gonna say that they decided to safely quarantine and treat the disease. And so, unfortunately, Project Dice are not reduced, but at least they're fucking safe.
Jesus. Okay.
I will ask: Are the adventures not reduced?
No, they're not reduced. I think we have to follow the rules of the game. I think maybe their start is delayed because of this or something.
Yeah.
They all 3 get sick.
They're like, oh shoot, we don't want to bring this to the outside world. We should contain it in our city and not have it spread. So we're gonna take a week to quarantine. Project Dice are not reduced. Cass taking action.
All right. I want to hold a discussion amongst the townspeople as this election is taking place and people are deciding what the best course of action for authority in the city will be. I think I'll start it with a question and ask, in light of the adventurers starting up and leaving, are we okay with this? Are we okay with adventurers or not?
if our late mayor didn't touch the laws putting restraints on adventuring, I don't think that we should.
On the flip side of that, would adventuring have stopped Mayor Gazpacho's demise? Because we tried to handle this as a city affair, and because of it, he was killed.
Think about it this way. These bandits aren't that much different from adventurers in the light that they go around causing harm to their surroundings.
I'll say this. What happened at the beginning of this year, in terms of all the adventuring, wasn't adventuring. It was delving into territory that was not ours and causing problems. If these adventurers stay true to what the word means, then I don't think we should have a problem with it.
I appreciate that very optimistic view, but if we don't do something to stop adventurers from becoming more like these marauders, then all of this that we have built will die once more. And that's the end of the discussion.
Okay, next person's turn. Aphid.
I would like to draw a card.
8 of Autumn.
Someone
What's it
sabotages a
turn?
project. The project fails as a result. Who did this and why? Or someone is caught trying to sabotage the efforts of the community. How does the community respond?
So, Mr. Mayersburg, right?
Oh
No!
No!
Is caught without his mustache and the sword.
What?
He shaved off his mustache and put it on the sword.
It was not a joke. It was never a joke. It was canon.
And
Oui.
God.
he, unknowing that the mayor had passed, was gonna come back to seek his revenge. But when he shows up, there is nothing in that place besides task force, and he is caught.
I was on to kill him.
I'll get you, Detective Gazpacho. Oh shit, what's going on?
He looks directly to his left and just sees his grave. Just
Sure.
like with thousands
Oh.
of flowers around it.
Sir, you're supposed to be exiled. Fuck!
You'll never take me alive! And they
That's
super
that's
do.
exactly what we're doing.
No,
They
God.
super
We
do.
still don't have a jail.
Now we should.
We don't need a jail. We need a rehabilitation center.
So,
Not for him.
Well, everybody
He
deserves a
murdered
second
people.
chance. Everybody
Listen, we can
deserves a second
we can
chance.
just like electrocute him and send him flying into the sun, and he'll be back in an episode.
or what we could do was we
Team
could put a bomb
Rocket.
in his neck and then make him save the world.
Oh no!
No!
Suicide Squad! Suicide Squad!
Oh
Suicide
my
Squad!
And I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna throw him in the cave with the drow.
No!
The
Oh.
drow
What?
are just trying to live.
Wait, what if they throw him into the abyss?
Oh my god!
Yeah, I like that better. They approach the
Gone.
Abyss princess and they say, "Your Royal Highness, can you take care of this man?" And she goes, "Of course," and throws him to the abyss. It's fantastic. It's not pleasant to outsiders, I will tell you that.
Oh my god.
That's the plan, ma'am. Yeet!
This guy sucks. Yeah, this guy sucks. Here, we'll send him into our pit of despair.
Okay.
Wait, so is the Abyss a monarchy?
Now it is.
Sick.
Nice.
Sick.
I love the idea of an abyssal princess. That sounds so
course.
cool.
Okay, projects are reduced. Finally, a project is completed.
Finally.
You know, honestly, we've got so many different groups of people in this city now. And I think it's important to the entire population to get everyone's perspective. So I think in place of a mayor, they form a unified council.
Like an oligarchy?
Kind of, yeah.
Like one member from each group.
Yeah. And I think, you know, they install this new form of government as like a way for all people to weigh in without it being under one leader, because having one leader creates this, like, if their one leader dies or is a murderer, it creates a pretty big debacle.
If one of them murders or is murdered.
So they create... I think they create the Table of Pi. P-I.
It's like the round table, cause pie.
Shut up, Zach! Shut up!
Look,
They
man,
have pie every Wednesday.
I have to explain the joke to our viewers. You don't get it.
No, you don't. Shh.
I would also like to think the 3 alludes at the native people to the city, the Riftmen, and the Abyssal folk who have populated the city.
Why are they called the Rift Men, Zach?
Okay, wow, fine. The Rift people, because that sounds so much better.
No, listen.
The Abyss Monarchy is led by a woman.
Rifties.
Rifties. Rifto.
Rifted?
Sounds like a cereal.
What if they're drifters?
Ooh, I like that.
That's cool.
That's nice. The Drifters, the Abyssal, and the people native to the city.
Yeah, and of course we also have input from the neighboring underwater city too, but we don't have a name for that yet.
And I feel like they're less inclined to live on land because they are fully aquatic or semi-aquatic.
I just named the other one, but can I name the underwater city submersible?
Yes.
Ooh, submersible. I was gonna say Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia?
If take your action.
I think I'm gonna discover something new. And I think those boats out at sea come into shore and they bring with them powerful mages from a mage council from another place that was gonna do like a vacation, but then like this happened. But now they're here.
When a portal to the abyss opens up, I think they'll find that much more interesting than whatever they were about to do.
Right.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, they're nerds. They're like, that's so interesting.
They stopped, studied, went on like a multiple-week pilgrimage into the abyss, came back out and remember what they were originally gonna do.
Okay, we've got new mages. Now it's my turn.
Your card is the 3 of Autumn.
Someone leaves the community after issuing a dire warning. What is the warning? Someone issues a dire warning and the community leaps into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? Start a contentious project that relates to it. I think that these marauders have been sitting on the outside of this town for a while. There's more people coming in. I think that these marauders issue a warning that says, we want to run this city. They want a place in the government. They want to be the heads of this city. And I think the community leaps to stop this. With the new government structure in place, I think that the community agree that they are going to close their borders. So they fan out the watch that they've accumulated around the city to keep out those who might harm people inside. Which includes mobilizing to kick these marauders out. I'm going to say it's going to take 4 weeks. Give it ample time to fail.
No boy.
I don't like the way you phrase that.
Project dice, reduce.
This is just a bit. I'm going to take a point of contempt on behalf of the marauders. I don't think they're too keen on this.
Really?
Hey, wait a minute. This isn't what we asked you to do.
We asked to... No, we demanded to be part of the government. Now you're locking us out? What the hell?
Yeah.
Why? We did
What did
nothing
we
to
do?
you.
You killed our mayor. And
Water under the bridge.
I'm sure we can come to a mutual understanding.
More like Marauder under the bridge. Ha, got it. No, okay.
More like your mayor is 6 feet under the ground.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises, sir.
Damn it! Fuck! No! Fuck! Shit! Ah!
Actually, on second thought, you're literally surrounded. You have to remain silent.
Literally put your hands up.
You'll never take me alive! And then they do.
And then they do. That's the thing about this city is that someone goes, "You'll never take me alive," and then it always does. You always
They always do.
Regardless of the fact that it was established by our first mayor, our guard is really competent.
Yeah.
No.
The first mayor wasn't that bad as a mayor, just like he was a murderer.
He was just He wasn't a bad mayor, he just killed people.
Everyone has flaws.
Everyone has their hobbies.
Hobbies? This happens more than once?
some people listen, some people paint landscapes, other people kill people that challenge their worldview.
Plant someone in the ground.
It's gardening. It's fertilizer.
Some people paint landscapes, some people paint the streets red with blood. It's fine!
No, wait a minute.
Not gonna take an action.
Did the clocks go down?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
It was just one. The adventurers are going to be back in 4 weeks. I'm going to start another project. I think we are going to build a prison / rehabilitation center.
Mm-hmm. It's not a shitty prison.
Yeah, I
It's
think the prison system in our world works on rehabilitating people that can be rehabilitated, but the dangerous people that are too dangerous to be let back out, they need somewhere to keep them. So I think we're going to make a jail.
Institutions like this aren't entirely fiction. Cite Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Denmark.
Okay, but like the inside's like super colorful. They're
It's
treated like people, unless
It's
you
home.
know they're
It's
not.
like it's homey.
It looks like a bounce house inside. I put a smiley face on the door.
The walls are soft. There's carpet. They serve good food, unless you're
Bad.
the mayor.
Unless you're the bear, then you get to go to the abyss.
Then the
You go to
abyss.
the abyss.
Well, I think that's what brought this about, was they were like, hey, I know that he was kind of shitty and that we did send him to the abyss, but also we can't send everybody that's bad to the abyss, guys.
I mean, like,
Are we gonna do that to like everybody? Because I don't think that's very. I don't know about that one, guys.
we all loved Calarius, I know, but the mayor only killed one guy, and now he's in a pit of eternal suffering.
we need a jail.
We were living in a jail.
So, yeah. Now we're going to Abby.
Hi! Give me a card, please!
Your card is the Two of Autumn. Please, no more high voice.
Someone returns to the community. Who? Where were they? You find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened?
Fuck!
Jesus!
That second one's drastically different and very dark.
We'll do someone returns to the community. We get a visitor in our lovely, lovely community. Not so kind, actually. A very angry-looking drow man carrying a parasol.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
You fucking bitches.
I love that he has a parasol. I love that he has a parasol.
Our only words to you were do not come into the cave. What the fuck did you do?
He decided that he may as well see what this civilization is about, since these intruders seem to have fucked off for a little while.
Alright, we'll solve this then.
Pretty much.
Yeah, finally, after like a half a year, they're like, all right, what are you motherfuckers doing out here?
We're making a lot of noise.
I guess.
What are our noisy neighbors up to?
He actually befriends a couple of the row boys. One of them became a cosmetologist and gave him a very nice shaded room to where he could do his hair. That sounds like a murder. There's a reference to be made here.
Godfather?
Sweeney Todd?
Yes, thank you!
Godfather.
I'm not
2?
gonna Sweeney Todd this. It's just shaded because he's a
Godfather
drow
3?
and sunlight.
Godfather
Right.
4?
What?
But yeah, we need a break from all the pain. This drow gets to visit.
Yeah.
Godfather 5?
Sick.
All right. Project dice go down. What are you gonna do for your action?
We're gonna discover something new. Looking around the area, some curious fellow happened to go into the woods where the dryads and the satyrs go, and they find a lot of good plants for food. Lots of very healthy vegetables. Actually, I changed the person that traveled in here. It's an old lady because I said so.
Old lady finds vegetables.
She's like the crazy old lady who collects all kinds of, like, edible flowers and everyone calls her insane for it, but, like, she actually cooks really well.
I own 37 cats.
Me too.
But Grandma, I don't want to eat my vegetables. You'll eat one of these vegetables at least.
You will eat this or you will eat one of the flowers in the yard.
Grandma, I don't even know what that vegetable is. It's weird and blue.
It's a new discovery I made. Eat up.
It blinked at me. Is it alive? Aye. What the fuck?
Veggie Tales.
No!
That is not public domain. That is not public domain.
Veggie Tales.